Hey guys, Brad and the Buff here. I got my buff on my head and I'm ready to go. I want to talk to you guys about how I typically set up my cooking for dinner on a regular weekend trip. So let me show you what we got going on here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my MSO reactor. This is one of my favorite pieces of equipment because it boils water so efficiently and quickly. You just store the canister piece up top, or the burner piece up top. I'm going to take this, I'm going to screw it onto my canister, like so. There we go, screws on. I always store my lighter down inside of my pot just so it's always handy when I need it. Get it lit. There we go. It's lit. Put my pot on. Gonna dump my water in here. One of the reasons I like this thing so much is it does boil water. It takes like 2 minutes. So it makes it really easy if you're trying to decide if you're gonna have another drink or something, to make more or not. Which is nice when you're out on the trail. Little things like that make it convenient. So as I'm getting my water boiling, the first thing I want to do is I want to get my bag of rice. I always get Knorr's rice because there is on the inside a lining. If you can see it, it's got a little aluminum lining. And so what that means is I can pour the water directly in there. I saw on another YouTube video, and I can't remember where, how to make these little insulated baggies. And these are awesome. What these insulated baggies do, let me get this covered here real quick so it boils a little bit faster. What these insulated baggies do allow me to stick this inside of here. And I'm going to fill up my water to about 2/3 to about right here on the bag, about 2/3 height. And I'm going to let it sit in here and just seal this bag up. And so what this is going to do is it's going to allow the rice to cook inside of that bag, which is awesome because that means if I'm hiking by myself, this is a 2-person bag, so this is a really large meal for 1 person. But it's going to cook inside that bag, so I'm going to stir it up with my long spoon, and I will not have any cleanup when I'm done eating. I just got to take this bag and make sure I pack it out. But I don't get any of my cookingware dirty or anything, so that makes it a lot easier. Here we go, my water is almost boiled. I can start setting up my instant potatoes as well, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the top off of this, and I drop it inside of a container, and I just open up the top flap on it like so. So let's see, water is almost done. Just about there. So the first thing I want to do is, like I said, I'm going to pour it in the rice inside of the bag and let it sit. Here we go. Water is boiled. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to. So it's in a bag inside a bag. I'm going to pour it about, like I said, maybe 2/3 of the way to the top. I'm going to take my long spoon. Another reason it's handy to have a long spoon is that way I don't have to get my hands all down in there. And I'm just going to get it nice and stirred up. And I'm going to set this off to the side. And I'll usually find a log or something. I'm just going to put it like that, and now it's cooking inside of this bag. It's going to take just a few minutes to set up. I'm going to add some more water in here for my potatoes. Probably should have done a bigger boil to begin with. So each of these bags is 2 servings. So technically I'm making enough dinner for 2 people. I'll probably just take it inside and eat it with my kids. So now, while that's setting up, I'm going to do my rice first. The potatoes are instant. So as soon as this is done boiling and I pour it in here and I get it ready, I'm going to start eating this first. And while I'm eating this, by the time we're all done eating the potatoes, the rice is going to be completely cooked. So in that sense, you have your dinner set up. I've been recording for maybe 4.5 minutes or so. You have your whole dinner done. I have 0 dishes. If it's 2 people, you can eat your half out of here, and I can hand this over to somebody else and they can eat their other half. If you want to pour it out, you can, but you don't have to. But this is a really easy and quick way to make dinner while you're on the trail. That doesn't require a lot of work. It's very hands-off, and I don't know, I think it's pretty delicious. You know, these Idaho instant potatoes come in all kinds of different flavors, so you can get something different each time. It's nice to get like a little bit of sriracha sauce or something and pour it in there. There we go. And your water for the potatoes does not have to be boiling. In fact, it's probably not even preferred if it is. So once again, I'm just going to pour this right into the bag about 2/3 of the way up, maybe. A little bit more careful in the bag. I'm just going to take my spoon, try to get down to the corners. Let's see. Oh yeah. Now the potatoes always take more water than you initially think, so as soon as you get down to the bag, I want to pour more in. And once again, the water for your potatoes doesn't necessarily need to be boiling. It can just be hot. And you're always going to get a little bit of crumbs at the bottom that you can't quite reach. And this is even better if it's cold outside, because now you got a really nice hot meal. I got some dogs behind me going nuts, but that's okay. But anyways, there you go. My potatoes are done. My rice is setting up. It's going to be done in maybe, I don't know, 2 to 3 more minutes. The longer you set it up, the softer it gets. But you know, it doesn't have to be super soft unless you want it to. You know, I can see where it is now. Yeah, it's really close. So by the time I get done eating these potatoes, my rice is going to be good to go. I just made a meal for 2 people on the trail, and in and out less than 10 minutes, and we're fed and good to go. And I'll usually pair it up with something like one of these tuna creation pouches just for a little bit of protein. I also use bone broth usually to drink along with it, and that's usually my typical dinner and how I make it on the trail. Easy way to go with very little cleanup, so just wanted to give you guys a shot at that. I may do a video just showing you how to make these pouches, but you can find it on YouTube. People making these little insulated pouches out of sun visors. So just use some sun visor and Gorilla tape, and that's how I made that. Anyways, see you guys. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, if you liked the video you just saw, please subscribe, click the bell so you can get alerted for any new videos that I may do, and check the links below for any information I described in the video. I'll try to put as much there as possible. Thanks for watching.